Welcome back everyone, welcome back to video 4 on circular breathing. In the previous 3 videos, I covered steps 1 to 8, and in this video I'll cover steps 9 and 10. 10 steps on how to circular breathe. So in these final steps, I'm covering trills and scales, because what we've done, we've reached the level where we are now comfortable circular breathing on single notes very slowly, but now we are trying to circular breathe at a much quicker pace, that it becomes very natural when we are circular breathing in repertoire. So I learnt how to circular breathe very comfortably with trills, and as I've said in the previous video, everything that I've said in these videos are the skills that I needed to develop my circular breathing to a very high level, where I don't think about it anymore and I circular breathe and it's second nature. Now, all these little tips I learnt myself, and I thought that it was great to share what worked for me. And as I said in the previous videos, there are a lot of other ways of circular breathing, and you'll hear from other teachers and colleagues, and you should just grab whatever works for you and focus on that. Because there's not just one technique that works. There's a whole range of techniques that can work for you. And then it's just like a fusion of ideas. And that's what I did. And I just got my circular breathing to a level that I really, really was comfortable with, and to be able to play it on stage and in live broadcasts, etc. So, circular breathing on trills. Let's just start like the single note technique that I had in the previous video. I'm going to circular breathe on B trill, going to C, and I'm using the TC key to avoid doing this. Okay? And what you'll hear is that circular breathing on trills is great, because you shouldn't really hear. It's very easy to cover the sound, and it's very easy to not be too conscious of the dip in the sound, because the trill covers it. So I'm going to do 4 circular breaths, hold the B trill for 4 beats, very slow 4 beats. I'm going to circular breathe in the middle of all that. Just wanted to play normal B first, just to warm myself up. So that's B, 4 beats I just did, and I circular breathed. I played normal on the first 2 beats. I circular breathed on the third, and I then ended the note normally on the 4th beat. Now I'm going to do the same thing, just so you hear the difference now with the B trill. Circular breathing with the TC key, doing a B to C trill with circular breathing, and circular breathing on the 3rd beat. Now, you might have not heard that, but you would have seen that, because I indicated with the down bell, nodding with my soprano sax when I actually took the circular breath, so it was quite obvious. So there, you couldn't even hear it, I assume, okay? So, C, let's go C. I'm going to try the C trill. I'm just going to use the palm key, C to D, to avoid doing this, which is really awkward. And then C to D trill. Again, you shouldn't be able to hear a break in the sound at all, and you shouldn't even be able to hear when I take that breath. I will indicate it, though, when I take the circular breath with a little bow of my saxophone. And I should say bow with my saxophone. Okay, so I'll play, and then my saxophone will take a little bow. So I'll play normally on the first 2 beats, and I'll circular breathe on the 3rd, and I play normally on the 4th beat. This is C trill now. There we are. So I took the circular breath on the 3rd beat, and I slowed my trill a little bit so you could hear the transition of circular breath. And again, you shouldn't have, no one will be able to hear, if they're just listening to a live broadcast or a recording, they shouldn't hear that I circular breathe then. So it's a great way to practice, and it's also a great way to compose with it. And it's much easier for the player to circular breathe with that, with trills. Then you can actually jump to other type of trills with a multiphonic. If you're composing, multiphonics are great to be able to create all these different timbres and textures. So this little multiphonic trill passage is from my Breath by Breath piece, from my Breath by Breath album, ABC Classic album, which you can click on it in the link below. So I like using the multiphonic 3 and 5/6 buttons down, and low C. And I like just to trill with my fourth finger, and you can just get a whole range of effects. And because I'm circular breathing, it actually allows me to get all this spectrum of colors coming through. So that was the multiphonic on its own, and now I'm going to trill with multiphonic. So I start with nothing, and then I choose deliberately to get the notes poking out, and then I decrease. I do a decrescendo, and I like to fade out with not a full multiphonic, but just the low notes, the multiphonic. This is a multiphonic trill, just like that. And there we are. So I actually went to another multiphonic. I did like that, the harmonic trill, which is a really nice one as well. And then I went to that trill with all fingers down the C and the B flat key and trilling the fourth finger. And then you'll hear with my circular breathing that you would have seen me puffing out my cheeks to stall the air, and I was blowing out circular breathing. You'll hear that I was able to, when I did it, I did a bit of a faster gushing sound. And then what I do with my throat and my embouchure, I redirect the air, the direction of the air, so I can actually reach all these other spectrum of notes. Okay, so that's multiphonic and normal trilling on single notes while circular breathing. Now, the next thing I wanted to say is that scales are a great way of practicing your circular breathing and doing it in time with a beat, like the earlier videos when we were doing it on a single note and then we were moving notes. So this is, let's just choose the easiest scale in the world, C major. So I'll just play a very slow C major scale, and you'll hear when I take the circular breath, or you'll see it. Okay, so on the way up, I circular breathed on the F, and on the way down, I circular breathed on the E. Okay, I just did it when I felt that I needed to. Now I'll just do a quicker version of that, and I'll do the C major scale 4 times. I'm not too sure when I'm actually going to circular breathe. I'll just do it when it feels natural. So then you'll hear I've got a little bit of a spitty sound in the high notes. And this is because I haven't cleared my neck out with all the spit. So you'll hear that the saliva does gather quite a lot. And I've just cleared my neck out, which makes it that the high notes get a little bit of a spitty sound. And you can't get rid of it without actually doing that physical action. So I'll just do that again. I'll have a much more clear sound on the top notes. Oh, that was a lot better. So because my sound was clear, I had cleared the saliva out of the neck, which is, when you're circular breathing, don't forget there's a lot of saliva, excess saliva that builds. So you need to clear the neck. And just when you do get a spitty sound, like I talked in the previous videos, just do a very much louder circular breath, just gush of air, and the saliva should be able to sort of rush out of the saxophone, and you're pushing the saliva out of the mouthpiece and the neck, flushing it out. So that was C major in a quick fashion. I think I circular breathed on the third scale going up and down. I circular breathed going down, I think, and I did the same thing, I think, in the last 4th row of the scale. So I don't remember how I circular breathe. As I'm talking, I just do it naturally, and that's what you'll get. You'll get to that point. So just doing that on every single scale is great, okay? And from the bottom right to the top, and the lower register when you get really comfortable. So that's that. And then now what I'm just going to finish off on, I'm going to just show you a way of, if you're a composer as well, just just to circular breathe. Put some circular breathing in your piece. If you want to sound like a violin with the continual sounds of a violin, that's what I want to do in my breath by breath piece, which is in the link below on the ABC Classic album link. I want to create this consistent series of arpeggios as if I was playing the violin, and they're very lucky they don't have to breathe, so they can do this continual arpeggiated sound without any gap. So this is where that idea came from in my breath by breath piece, and I got my circular breathing at a very high level to be able to play this 7 minutes non-stop, this passage. But I'll just play you now about, I don't know, about 20 seconds of it. This is breath by breath by me. A little snippet of 20 seconds. And that was just a really short little extract that I just improvised using that little circular breath idea of arpeggiation from my breath by breath piece in the ABC Classic album Breath by Breath, which you can find in the link below. And there you'll hear that I was actually arpeggiating at a very slow pace, well, quite a slow pace, circular breathing consistently, so I didn't break the sound. And then I just sped it up just so you could hear the ripple of arpeggios that are very easy to do when you're circular breathing. Now, this is not it's not possible on every single note of the saxophone. So you do need to collaborate with the saxophonist to know what notes work when you're circular breathing. So hopefully all this has helped. 4 films. So video 1, as I'll just repeat, video 1 are steps 1 to 4. Video 2 is step 5. Video 3 is steps 6 to 8. And this final video, video 4, is covering steps 9 and 10. And that's how to circular breathe in 10 steps. So hopefully it's been useful, and do press the like button and the follow and subscribe to my video channel if you'd like to hear more videos on extend techniques and perhaps even more circular breathing passages, all about circular breathing. Maybe I'll release some next year. I'm not sure yet what I'm doing next year. But just a reminder that I will be releasing next year in 2024 more extend technique videos, which will involve circular breathing, but I'll probably be focusing more on mondophonics, air sounds, slap tonguing, all these other different range of extend techniques. So for more reading about this, please click on the article, go to Clarinet, the Clarinet and Saxophone Society of Great Britain magazine, a fantastic magazine distributed worldwide, so you can even get it posted to you. And there's a very big feature article by me that is all about circular breathing, and it includes steps 1 to 10 in written form, so you can read all about it, and there's a lot more information in that and common questions that I get asked about circular breathing. And this goes with all these videos that I've seen, so you can watch these videos and then read the article, which will be really, really useful, I think. Okay, and don't be afraid to add some comments below, and I'll try and respond when I can. See you in 2024 with more videos about saxophone and extend techniques. See you later.